Hi guys, so today I'm going to do my next installment of my makeup collection / inventory. Like I said last week when I did my cream eyeshadows, I'm going to be focusing on eyes. And I am doing a huge pan in that palette. If you are familiar with my channel, I am painting this palette this month, or this year, not this month, this year. And so my eyeshadows are going to be really neglected this year. And so my goals for this year aren't to finish any, really. Maybe one or two would be awesome if I finish something in here and use up like all my highlight shades, and I have a highlight shade in here. So just so you know, up front, my goal for this year is very different than my goal in my life. So in November of 2014, I had 11 single eyeshadows, and today I have 16. So quite a few have been added, and single eyeshadows, I try not to buy very many. My sister-in-law did give me some. I try not to buy any because I know I don't gravitate toward them. I did get a Z palette. It's not a Z palette in this last year, and I put 2 in there, and I think I might, like, once this palette isn't in my life anymore, I might depot more of them into this Z palette and really use them, but for now they are what they are. So anyways, we'll get started. I'll start with the 2 that are in my Z palette. It's air quotes are because it's not a Z palette. It's by Art Bin, and it's for sewing needles, and it's really dirty. So I have 2 eyeshadows in here. I really need to clean this, and I apologize. And I have 2 blushes that don't have magnets. They're in my monthly project pan. They're right there, so just so you know, that's why my finger's here. I have 2 single eyeshadows in here. This is Stila's Dune. I got it in my Birchbox a while ago, and this is Revlon's Hawaii Blue. So those are those 2 colors. This is such a fun blue color, but my palette this year has quite a few blue colors, so it's super pigmented, and then the Dune is right below it. You can't even like really see it. This will be a perfect all over lid color or transition color, but I just haven't really touched them. I don't touch single eyeshadows too often, or large palettes. I'm kind of a 3 to 6 or 8 type of girl, more than not. I think having them depotted into this palette would really help me use them. But I've just been focusing on other things that my single eyeshadows have not been the focus. So I might have to focus on them, you know, next year or something like that. So we'll just have to see what the year brings. Also, to let you know, this single eyeshadow also includes like pigments or loose eyeshadows or mineral eyeshadows. So just so you know, they're not all pressed eyeshadows. Speaking of which, this is the e.l.f. eyeshadow, e.l.f. mineral eyeshadow in Bronzed. So it looks like this. I've used this a couple of times, and it's just a really pretty shimmery. I'm going to continue using the same fingers because shimmery bronze color, and I love it. The couple times I've used it, I've fallen in love with it. But like I said, I've just been focusing on other things, so it just hasn't been a priority, but it is gorgeous. And this color is awesome with my eyes, and I really do appreciate that powder products don't go bad very easily, because I have a weakness for powder products. If you watch my blush, you know that. Another one color that's kind of similar to that is the MAC All That Glitters. I don't have, this is my only MAC shadow. So it looks like this. It's very similar to that bronze color, but it's more of a lighter champagne-y color. So there's that. I love these colors so much, and you'll notice kind of a theme with these colors because I bought them in the intention of having super easy look with a single eyeshadow. Just one look, an all over lid color. Like I said, just an easy look. So, the MAC All That Glitters might be one that I depot into. Next two are also those e.l.f. Mineral shadows. And this is in golden. It's just a really light peachy color. And I have not opened it, so I'm not going to, just because it's messy. And if we ever, I don't know when and if we're going to move. So, and who, anyways. I just don't want to open things if I don't have to. And then the next one is Wild, and it's the darkest brown of them. And it's not open either. So, like I said, there is going to be some products in my eyeshadows I have not opened. And that's how it is. And so I would let you know up front, because we'll get into, oh, I've used this one a lot though. This is CoverGirl's Tapestry Taupe. When I was first getting into makeup, I was watching Miss Glamorazzi or Ingrid, and she loved this one for like one shade look, and that's what I fell in love with. It's a kind of brown silver. I put it right over that eyeliner one. Sorry, I just did my empties. That went up on Tuesday if you're curious, but it's just like a brown shimmery color, a taupe shimmery color, I suppose, since it's Tapestry Taupe. But it's gorgeous, and I use this all the time. And I really like these brown neutral colors for my blue eyes that shimmer, or I like shimmery neutrals that make my eyes pop. I think both these CoverGirl ones I'll be able to depot into that Z palette type of a thing. So, anyways, my sister-in-law gave me two, and they are both from Ulta, and they are in Pink Shimmer and Pearl Shimmer, and they, oh my gosh, like, she's like, do you want these? And I said, yes, please. They are so gorgeous. I don't understand how gorgeous. Okay. Un momento while I swatch them. The Pearl Shimmer and the Pink Shimmer. And then this is the Pink and Pearl. I don't know if you're going to be able to see them, but they're gorgeous. They're perfect, like, to go over matte shades, except for I have a lot of not matte shades. But they're just perfect to, like, put on your lid for an extra pop. So I have some cream eyeshadows from e.l.f. They're the long lustrous ones last Saturdays, so I think they're going to look really good with that. And that's a couple times I've used them. That's how they've worked. The other one from Ulta was I got last year because Ulta had this really cheap box of a lot of their products, and I really never tried Ulta, so I got it, you know, because I needed more makeup, but whatever. This is the YOLO Color Pure eyeshadow. It's a little bit more pigmented and yellow toned. So there's that one. The Pure Pearl and the Pink. So it's really, really gorgeous. I still have a bunch on my finger. It's going to be really, really gorgeous. But I just don't use it. It's going to be crazy. So the next one was one that my grandma gave me, and it is by Avon, or Mary Kay. Sorry, by Mary Kay, and it's in taupe. Perfect, perfect transition shade. And I like that it's matte. I have a hard time opening it. So it might be one that we depot, because I think it would be really easy to depot it. But this is what it looks like. It's a legitimately perfect transition shade, and that's what I need in my life. So with all these single eyeshadows, I think putting this in that palette will be so awesome and great. The next thing is something I need to repress, and I keep forgetting about it. To do it, it's a Stila Kitten. And I believe I got this one a while ago because I had some Birchbox points. And if you review products just on their website for them, then you get points. Like, anyone can do it. There's that color. It's so gorgeous. As you can tell, I gravitate towards certain colors. Minus that blue. But so I got that, and I'd heard great things about it, and I realized Birchbox had Stila, so I got it, and that's all she wrote about that. But I need to repress it really badly. The next 3 are from Wet n Wild, and I believe these are normally like $1, and I got them for like 20 cents, and so I could not pass it up. And I used 2 of them quite a bit, and I haven't figured out how I'm going to use one of them. So I have Sugar, Penny, and Envy. Love Sugar, perfect white shade. Then there's Penny, which is also gorgeous for my skin. And then there's Envy, which is super gorgeous. It's just so pigmented that I'm gonna have to really work with it. But I've used them quite a bit. And I really liked them. So it's just one of those things, guys. I just need to use them. That's why I'm trying not to buy single eyeshadows. The only single eyeshadow that I've bought even recently and that I've personally bought, yeah, for sure. Because most of these I've had for quite a while. Or my sister-in-law gave them to me. But this is the only one I bought probably in the last year and a half, 2 years, maybe even more than that. And it's by MAC Studio. And it's a medallion. I wasn't sure where to put this just because it does have 3 colors, but since it's in one packaging and it's called one name, I thought, we'll put you in single eyeshadow. But this is a eyeshadow that could really works for me, and I think this will be fabulous. I don't travel that much, but if I ever travel or have a makeup bag or anything like that, if that ever becomes a thing I do, this will be perfect because it has that creamy white shade, the dark, and the all over lid, and they are so gorgeous. And I think I got this at Walgreens, and these colors, I'm not sure where I'm going to swatch them. They're so gorgeous. The white one's you can't even really see the white one, but that's okay because it's supposed to be a highlight. The brown and then the copper, but these are so gorgeous, and these colors make my eyes pop, and I love these colors so much that I could not pass it up. I looked at it, I was like, you gotta come home with me. So anyways, those were all of my single eyeshadows. I definitely need to work on them. Like I said, I have, I think, 16. You will see in my February favorites / purchases that I made quite a large purchase. Well, the amount of money was not large, but the content of my purchase was quite large. And so there are going to be some added to this, to be honest with you. I think way too many. It was a purchase that I thought was a good idea at this time, and I still really like that I did it, but it's very bad to my overall numbers. So, yeah. I don't know. I want to maybe finish 1 or 2. This year, or just kind of work on some, but like I said, I am working on this huge palette from e.l.f. or Eyes Lips Face, so it would be maybe that Sugar by Wet n Wild, or a highlight shade of some kind, but for all over lid shades or transition shades, I feel like this has got me pretty well covered for the year. We'll just have to see how it goes. But that's the only eyeshadow that I'm going to use unless I have to use another shade. So just to let you know, I'll probably have the same amount, or probably have more than 16 in the beginning of 2017. My future goal, if I have them in a palette, then I think 4 or 5 would be fine. But if I have them in their little packaging, 3 or 4, just because I might not reach for them. So it just depends on if I feel like depotting them. And then the loose ones, I just want to use up because I feel like, and maybe when I get into them, I won't feel this way, but I feel like they're a little bit messy. And just, I don't want to worry about that. I'd rather have the pressed loose eyeshadows, I guess, because I feel like those are a little bit more pigmented, and they still have that glitter shimmer effect, I guess. So anyways, those are my single eyeshadows. Come back next week for, I think, duos, trios, and quads. and maybe a little bit. They're like my smaller palettes, and then the week after that will be larger palettes. So yeah, love eyes. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.